Howdy folks, Kathy Williams-DeVries here, bringing you the scale requirements for Trinity Guildhall clarinet exams for grade 7. Basically I'm working through the book provided by Trinity and including the jazz scales, which I think classical clarinetists should learn as well. So we're going higher than we have before. We go up to a top F, and we go as far as F sharp major. So the requirements for regular clarinet: E and F major 3 octaves, A major 2.5, B, F sharp and D flat 2 octaves, E and F harmonic and melodic minor 3 octaves, B harmonic and melodic minor 2.5 octaves, B flat, E flat, G sharp harmonic and melodic minor 2 octaves, chromatic scale starting on F, pentatonic on B, and whole tone on B flat. Arpeggios: E and F 3 octaves, A 2.5, B F sharp, D flat 2, E and F minor 3 octaves, B minor 2.5, B flat, E flat, G sharp minor 2 octaves, dominant 7th in the key of B flat 3 octaves, and diminished 7th in the starting on F 3 octaves. Jazz clarinet, you're using the tonal modal centers of F 3 octaves and B 2 octaves, so you've got the major 7th arpeggio, Dorian minor 7th arpeggio, Mixolydian, pentatonic, major and minor, melodic or jazz melodic, chromatic, blues, diminished, whole tone, augmented arpeggio. So what I'll do is I'll go through the book. So the first thing the book has is your D flat major scale and arpeggio, which says C grade 6. So I'll just play the scale for you. If you want to see all the different fingerings, please watch my grade 6 video. And the arpeggio. Okay, now we come to E flat minor scale 2 octaves. So in we've got a it's also known as D sharp harmonic minor and melodic minor, depends which one you like. E flat harmonic minor scale, we've got C flat, which is of course B natural. Now for the G flat in the throat tones, I would use the side keys G flat, F sharp. Don't have to worry about getting to the E flat because you've got the D natural. For the G flat in the 2nd octave, use the banana key forked F sharp. So, here we go. In the E flat melodic minor scale, we get rid of the C flat, and it's a C natural on the way up, but a D flat and a C flat on the way down. Please note that when you go from the E flat to the D flat up top, remember to take the pinky key off because your D flat will be too sharp. So note that the top B flats, you can only use this B flat because you're coming from the A flat. Don't try to use that one, it won't work. Left-handed D flat, right-handed C flat, it's the only one you can use, and again the side G flat and forked G flat. Now for the arpeggio, you do have a choice of using the long B flat, though personally I would use the regular B flat because you've got to go to the E flat anyway, and I would recommend that you practice going from B flat to E flat. Then you've got the E major scale 3 octaves, E major arpeggio, harmonic and melodic minor scales, and arpeggios as per grade 6. So I'll just play these at the speed that will be required. And then the E major arpeggio. For fingerings and that, please refer to my grade 6 video. E harmonic and melodic minors. Harmonic. And the melodic minor. And then the E minor arpeggio. We now have the whole tone scale starting on E. This is for the jazz guys, but regular clarinet, please note. So a whole tone scale, you've got entirely whole tones, no semitones whatsoever. Now we're starting on E. I would recommend you use the right hand E because you need to get to the G sharp. So right hand E, F sharp on the left, G sharp. Note that B sharp is C natural. Just watch my fingering. And then the augmented arpeggio, which you will find a lot in French music. It's built off the whole tone scale. Note that you will need to use the left hand E to get to the right hand G sharp, and I recommend that you practice from the B sharp to the E to get a nice smooth. Okay, F major scale 3 octaves, no real dramas. You may want to sharpen the top F a little bit by adding the banana key. I'll play that at speed. And with the F major arpeggio, you may want to practice going from the F to the C to the F a few times to get that really smooth. So. For the jazz boys, F major 7th. Again, you may want to sharpen the top F a little bit with the banana key, but at speed. And of course, I don't think you have to do 2 slurred, 2 tongue, do you? No, tongue slurred or staccato tongue. The reason I'm doing them all slurred is to ensure that you get a nice sound. Okay, you've got the Dorian scale on F 3 octaves for the jazz guys. Looks like we have 3 flats, A flat, B flat and E flat. Note up top. You may want to practice going from the E flat to the F a few times to get used to the finger combination, because you're doing the forked fingering plus putting a pinky down can get a little hairy. You may want to coordinate between the A flat and the B flat in the upper register. Get that really smooth. So now you've got the F minor 7th arpeggio, 3 octaves. Please note you will need to use the left hand F to get to the right hand A flat, and put the register key on the left hand C to get to the right hand E flat. You may want to coordinate the F to the A flat and the A flat to the C. Can get a bit hairy, so okay, and for the jazz guys, is the Mixolydian scale on F 3 octaves. You've only got 2 flats here, B flat and E flat. And you might want to practice the top few notes. Not only do you get a good sound, but smooth over the break and finger coordination between the E flat and the F. And the F major arpeggio with the lowered 7th, you will need to use the left hand C to get to the E flat, otherwise it's pretty straightforward. And the F pentatonic major scale, you may want to practice going from the top D to the top F a few times. Just to coordinate that. And then you've got the F minor pentatonic. Again, you will need to use the left hand F to get to the A flat, and up the register, the left hand C to get to the E flat. Coordinate between the A flat and B flat. I would actually practice that top bit a few times. So now coming back to the regular clarinetist, F harmonic minor and melodic minor are 3 octaves. You may want to coordinate, depending on which D flat you use. If you're using the left hand D flat, coordinate between that and the E. And also up the octave, making sure that you take that pinky off when you play the D flat. So F melodic minor scale, on the way down you will need to go from E flat to D flat. Make sure you take the pinky key off and coordinate that. So that got the jazz melodic minor scale, which is the same up as it is down with E natural and D natural. Your F minor arpeggio. Note that you will need to use the left hand F to get to the A flat and stick the register key on left hand C. Well, you won't actually need the left hand C in this case because it's a major 7th. So but in the F minor arpeggio you will need to use the left-handed F again to get to the A flat, and you may want to coordinate those as well. So you may wish to use the long F. Up to you. In the chromatic scale, remember our banana key fingerings for the B natural and F sharp. Up at the top, of course, to take the pinky off for the D flat C sharp. You may want to stick a banana key on to get the top F to come out a little sharper than it usually is. So let's do this at speed. Also remember the side F sharp. We've got the blues scale on F. Both times low F will need to be the left hand one. Clarion C will also need to be the left hand. You may want to coordinate the top octave. So I'll swing it. So you will need to use the right hand B as well. Forked B natural, and the only B flat you can use is the one because we're using that A flat. Diminished scale on F 3 octaves. Well, I've never heard of this, but this is for the jazz guys. So we've got C flats. You want to use the forked banana key fingering for that. And you may want to coordinate the top octave. So I've never heard of that scale, but obviously it's of some use to the jazz boys. Diminished 7th arpeggio starting on F. You will need to use the left-handed low F, and you might want to coordinate between the D and the F up top. So and we have the F major scale 2 octaves. For the B natural, I use the forked fingering. For the F sharp, use the side key fingering, and same with the F sharp up top, use the forked fingering. left-handed F sharp to get to the right-handed G sharp, right-handed B, left-handed C sharp to get to the D sharp. And the F sharp major arpeggio, pretty straightforward. Okay, and I'll just play these at speed because they're taken care of in grade 6, but G sharp, harmonic and melodic minor. Oops, I did 2.5 octaves. That's okay. But the melodic minor. And then the G sharp minor arpeggio. Okay, we have A major scale 2.5 octaves as per grade 5. Pretty straightforward. A major arpeggio. Oops. Okay, now we come to B flat, harmonic minor and melodic minor. This comes from D flat. So we're looking at 5 flats, including a G flat. So no C flat. This time, again, as per D flat major, I would use the side keys for the G flat, and also the forked fingering for the G flat up top. And then on the way down in the melodic minor, again, side banana key G flat and side key G flat. In the B flat minor arpeggio, I do encourage you to use the long B flat. That's what it's there for. Okay, now we have the whole tone scale on B flat. You may want to coordinate in the upper note, just to get that completely together. So. And then you have the dominant 7th in the key of B flat. Note that you will need to use the left-handed C. You may wish to leave the banana key on from the E flat to get to the F, just so that it's a little better in tune. And then as per grade 6, B major scale 2 octaves. And the B major arpeggio. Then for the jazz boys, the B major 7th arpeggios. Note you can only use that A sharp because you're coming from the F sharp. You could possibly use the long B flat, up to you. Or completely your choice. For the jazz boys, Dorian scale on B 2 octaves, we've got 3 sharps here. And the B minor 7th arpeggio. almost finished, folks. Just another few more scales. For the Jazz Boys, Mixolydian scale on B. We've got 4 sharps here. Note you will need to use the right hand B to get to the C sharp. And then you've got the B major arpeggio at the lowered 7th, or just a B7. Note you'll need to use the left hand B to get to the D sharp. Now for everyone, you've got the B pentatonic major scale. Note you will need to use this B to get to the C sharp to the D sharp. You may also want to coordinate the G sharp to the B, to make sure all the fingers are in sync. So the pentatonic major scale, I've got a bit of water somewhere, and then the pentatonic minor scale for the Jazz Boys. Okay, now we've got the B harmonic and melodic minor scales going, what's interesting, B melodic minor scale 2 octaves, that's for the Jazz Boys, but B harmonic minor scale, F sharp, I like to use the overblown B flat. You can use this fingering, but it is flat, and I would sharpen it with the banana key. So, note that the upper C sharp, don't put the pinky key on, it'll be way too sharp. Melodic minor. You got the melodic minor scale 2 octaves for the Jazz Boys, but and also B jazz melodic minor scale for the Jazz Boys. You may want to coordinate in the upper octave to make sure that's completely in sync, and also in the throat tones. Now for the B minor arpeggio, again you can use that fingering for the F sharp with the banana key. I actually prefer to overblow the B flat. For the jazz guys, B minor arpeggio with the major 7th. And the chromatic scale starting on B. And in the blues scale, for the F sharp, side F sharp in the Chalumeau, forked fingering in the clarion. Then diminished scale on B 2 octaves. And then the diminished 7th arpeggio. No drummers here. You may want to coordinate the A flat to the B, but otherwise. And that's all the requirements for grade 7. So for the scales that I've sort of glossed over because they're in previous grades, please refer to that video for full fingerings if you don't know them already. So thanks for listening, and please join me for grade 8.